Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of that 90s Premier League. Whoa, that 90s Football League podcast. We'll get into it. But meanwhile, Woody, how are you, mate?
Very well, mate. Very well. It feels like we've not seen each other in a while, work commitments, etc.
Yeah.
We've done a few backlogs of recording, but we're still consistent with releases.
Back in the game.
How you doing?
Good. Excited for this one. Down the old
Yeah.
rabbit hole. How about you, mate?
Well, this has been on our list to record for months, and we finally got round to doing it.
I think we were going to do one last year as well, but something happened.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Yeah.
Get it out.
And also, though, I think timing-wise, at the time of year, this episode is going to be beautiful. So, Jonesy, my friend, tell the beautiful listeners what today is about.
We are diving into the playoffs.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Even dressed for the occasion?
Oh, yes. I mean,
Yes.
do you know what? I'd probably say this is now more exciting to me than FA Cup finals, etc. Playoffs are the pinnacle, right?
They are, yeah.
It's when you can dream. Yeah. I mean,
Dream the dream.
you've not been involved in a playoff final before, have you, Jonesy, with
No.
Liverpool?
Unfortunately not, mate.
Blackburn?
Yeah. 92, yeah. Yeah, I was cheering them on, mate. Jeez.
You're in the stands. So trials and tribulations, people are, there's a whole range of emotions that are involved in the playoffs. So, guys, we're going to take you on a whistle-stop tour through the 90s playoff finals and some of the playoffs in between, mate. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So do you want to say how this kind of episode's going to go?
Yeah, we're just going to go through because obviously we're a Premier League podcast. We're going to, football started in 1992 apparently, so we'll start from 1992.
Yeah.
No angry feedback on that. What do you mean we started in 92? No. It's just when we started watching it, we started taking notice. 92, and obviously the 92 one was the player final to go to the new shiny Premier League. So I think that's where we'll touch on. But let's get on what we're airing, mate. Or is this spoilers? No, that's all right. People who are watching can see anyway. So
yeah, guys, if you're I say this every week. If you're not watching on Spotify or YouTube, it's okay. You can still listen to the sultry sounds of our voice. However, right?
Tones.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, Jonesy's intro this week was incredibly gravelly. It was very Joe Cocker. Like, look, this
The voice is very
belong.
yeah. I've done a lot of talking with my job this week. And last week, so it's probably too much talking my liking, but that's right. That's another.
For those of you that don't know, Jonesy's day job is he's a commentator at a greyhound track in Australia. So
racing. I wish. No. Oh, what a job that was.
Use your Murray Walker.
Go.
Brilliant.
No. But yeah, too much talking for my liking, but I'd rather save the voice for the pod. But
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And again, we're probably getting to the stage now where this is going on so long that we're all drinking like lemon tea and honey before and
big Guinness, but that's all right. That'll do.
There you go. That's fine.
All right, let's go on without going off track. What are you wearing, mate?
Sorry, yes. So for you guys that aren't watching, obviously me and Jonesy are wearing two playoff classics today. I am wearing Reading's 94 to 96 home shirt, Palada, Auto Trader, the classic badge.
I'd love that fit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna
Trader.
I'm going to go the full bells and whistles with this one as well. I'm going to get the league patches and everything added to this because this is a very, pivotal shirt in my childhood, and as many of you will know. But, Jonesy, you are wearing the perfect complement to this shirt today. What are you wearing, mate?
We are the 95 final, aren't we, mate? I'm wearing the Bolton, I think 93 to 95. Reebok.
Yeah.
Yep, so I'm officially Jonesy McAteer.
Well, I'll be Woody Quinn.
Yeah. What do you reckon? Look at this.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
One of Bolton's finest, do you reckon?
Yeah, I've told you many times. I sold that shirt a few months ago. Not months ago, probably a couple of years ago. But
get it back, mate. Get it back.
It brought me heart, so it did. So, yeah, I need to find it again, guys. So
Yeah.
I'll put a plea out there to you, and if any of you have it, let me know. But yeah, what a start, mate. Right.
Yeah. So we're going to,
Ooh,
no segments, no nothing this week. We're just going to dive straight into it. So we're going to touch on, obviously some of the kits. Yeah, the
some of the
scoreline, the
kits. I
playoffs,
mean,
some of the kits, all of the kits.
boom.
And just a little bit, just a couple of tidbits between as well, aren't we, mate? Kind of a
Well,
facts.
right. Let's lay the law down early. This is the 90s that we're covering here, guys. So we're not, stepping away from the Premier League. We're taking a break. It all happened at the glorious twin-towered Wembley.
Mm.
That's what we want to highlight. We want to highlight those beautiful finals where managers were wearing suits and carnation flowers. They were walking through the long tunnel, flags waving, the sun beaming down, the pitch looking like a carpet. Oh, I can't wait to get started. Let's do this.
Glorious. All right. So before we get onto that, I'll just touch that the playoffs were introduced in 1987. I didn't know that.
Mm.
There you go. So
Me neither.
so that more clubs remained eligible for promotion closer to the end of the season. So clubs had things to obviously fight for. So it started with a two-legged final, which is crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Considering, and what I found out as well for the first one. So in the old first of Division One, so the Premier League, it had four teams near the bottom. So you got 19th, 20, 21, 22. So 20, 21, 22 automatically relegated. 19th went into a playoff final
No
with the second
thanks.
division. No, with the second division, the 3, 4, or 5 position.
Oh my God. What? And that was
Yep.
their
So
right to stay.
yep. So first and second were promoted from the second division to the first division. Yep. So position 3, 4, and 5 entered the playoffs.
Yeah. Woody no likey. I don't like that
Yeah.
one.
So the final was between Charlton, who came 19th in Division 1, against Leeds, who came 4th in Division 2. So first leg, Charlton won 1-0. Second leg, Leeds won 1-0. And then it went to a replay.
Oh, goodness me.
Where Charlton beat Leeds after extra time. And do you know where it was played? St Andrews.
Ugh.
A crowd of 18,000.
Sorry, Birmingham fans. I'm not erring at your ground. I'm just erring at the choice. But I'm not being funny, mate, but you know as well as I do that a final is final, isn't it?
Sacred. Yes.
You get to a final, you go, right, guys, all on the line. Today's the day. You might not get another opportunity. Today's the day. It's not you might lose today. We got next week. Don't worry. And you might have a third go. So just test yourselves. It's a bit weird.
Oh, you'd be pissed off as well. You got your first leg, second leg, and then you've got to go to a replay as well.
Oh,
It's drawn.
Yeah.
It's just like this. How far is it going to go?
Well, if I look back at it now, I cringe at the FA Cup replays in the finals because I kind of think like Sheffield Wednesday Arsenal was a Wednesday night. And I'm thinking like, oh,
Good for VHS because most of the time you get a double tape.
yes, you get bang for your money, which is great. I get that. That was 1987. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What happens next?
Well, I'll go to the first Wembley final, 1990.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you got anything on that one?
Yeah. So, well, tell the listeners, who was that between, Jonesy?
It was between Sunderland and Swindon. And the first Wembley final had a capacity of 72,873. So there was an audience. People wanted to go to Wembley.
Rightly so.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the first Football League playoff final. It's incredible. And I'm really pleased that the fans turn up for this one because that just goes to show the FA, the Football League bodies, everybody looking at it going, yeah, I think we should keep it here.
So Swindon won, but didn't go up. Did you hear that story?
No,
No?
I didn't. Okay,
No.
right. So firstly, before you go into this story, it was the 28th of May, 1990, wasn't it, mate?
Oh, yes.
So,
do you remember it? No.
No.
Fine.
No, I don't. However, UK number 1 was an absolute banger, right? Can you hazard a guess, or do you want me just to say it?
Just go, yeah, I can't.
Okay. Killer by Adamski featuring Seal.
Oh,
Beautiful
classic.
song. Beautiful.
Classic.
Right, so you can imagine everyone in their cars going down to that song to the game or on the coaches. Absolute belter. Okay, mate, over to you. So what happened?
Yeah. Okay, so Swindon won 1-0.
Yeah.
But later on, after, Swindon were charged with 36 breaches of Football League regulations, 35 of which related to illegal payments made between players between 1985 and 1989. So, mate, the story
Someone
behind this
held a
is
grudge.
mad. Oh, mate, it's crazy. So a hearing to decide the club's fate was scheduled for 4th of May before the playoffs, but it was postponed on legal advice. So Swindon, yeah, kind of postponed it. Just days before, so Swindon chairman Brian Hillier, club accountant Vince Farrar, and former team manager Lou Macari were charged by police for intent to defraud the Inland Revenue by,
Wallop.
by making payments without deducting tax. So in 1992, actually, they were both, found guilty. Or Hillier and Farrar were found guilty, and Lou Macari was cleared. But it keeps going on. So Hillier and Macari had all been punished by the FA in February 1990 for their involvement in a £6,500 bet on Swindon losing to Newcastle in the FA Cup in 1987. So they were betting on their own team to lose.
Jesus.
And the bet was successful, and they won £4,000. So what was going to happen, actually? So Swindon, because of this, got denied promotion. They got told they were going to get relegated.
But this was known before the final played, right?
There was something going on, yeah.
So do you reckon Sunderland were like, well, don't worry about it. If you lose, we could go for on a technicality.
Well, it was an own goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, but if you were Swindon, would you have wanted to play that game knowing that there's a chance that you might not go up anyway? Because it taints the victory, doesn't it?
Don't know. Well, Sunderland got promoted with losing. So how it was is that Sunderland got promoted losing the final, and Swindon got relegated winning the final. But that got overturned. So Swindon didn't actually get relegated to Division 3. But Newcastle were pissed off because Newcastle, I think, came third, and they thought that they should have got promoted, not Sunderland. But there you go.
Well, that's for another day, that one. But that is
what a hell of a
weird.
story.
Yeah. What way to kick us off? Okay, right.
All right, cool.
Good one, mate. Right.
Cool. Let's get into it.
Fast forward a year.
So we're going to call this The Match, pre-recorded. We're not The Match live. We're pre-recorded, mate. Welcome to the playoff edition. The Match live, ITV. Memories?
Look at that font as well. Yeah, great memories of that. I mean, it looks very kind of like World War II movie, this so far, doesn't it? Yeah.
So I'm going to start with 1992. So
okay,
you've got Blackburn against Leicester.
Mm-hmm.
What I found on this one, I mean, obviously I don't remember this final, but it was big. It was a big one, obviously, because it was the first promotion to the Premier League.
I thought you were just going to leave it on. It was big.
It was massive.
It was big. Yeah.
It was big. There was a lot of pressure on Kenny back then.
Yeah.
Because for the amount of money he spent on this season for players, I mean, they signed about 9 players. Jack Walker had given him free reign. Buy what you want, get his up. So it got to the point where I think there was 7 points clear at one point at the top of the table, and the bookies actually paid out.
Did they?
They did. But what happened between the 21st of March and the 18th of April 1992? They lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row. And then they drew against Tranmere, and so pretty much they didn't win in 7 games, and then they dropped down.
Wow. See, now if that were to be on the media at that time, that's a kind of right. Blackburn have lost
and on the last day of the season they beat Plymouth, and they only just made the playoffs.
So this is a prime example now, guys, of the power of the Premier League in 1992, because the teams had something to play for, didn't they? They had like the Premier League glory, they had the finances, they had the bigger teams coming. They were joining the Super League. So clearly Jack Walker threw his money at this war chest, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Good game as well. I watched the highlights just before. Mike Newell penalty, 45 minutes. Just on the half time. Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
And what's crazy as well, I found the TV coverage on YouTube, Elton Wellesby, you know what it's like. But the coverage was on ITV, but only select regions, right? Because I went through the TV guide of the old paper and I couldn't find it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not on. I found it on Granada. It started at 2:50 p.m. on a Monday. Do you know what they had in the other regions? Bed knobs and broomsticks.
Oh, it's a classic. I mean, I'd have probably watched that.
So not
Angela
everyone got to
Lansbury.
watch. Not everyone got to watch the final. Only if you were in certain regions, you got the final,
Oh,
which had a
man.
10-minute. They started at 2:50 p.m. The game started at 3 o'clock, so you had a 10-minute build up, and then the game. But other region, bed knobs and broomsticks.
Can you imagine, right, wearing your Blackburn or Leicester shirt, right, getting your snacks, getting your beer, 10 to 3, switching your telly on, but you're a fan in the south, and then all of a sudden the Disney logo comes on, it's bed knobs and broomsticks.
Oh, you'd be pissed off, wouldn't you? You'd be pissed off.
Oh, right. Jonesy, let me fill you in with a UK number one. I'm going to be the top of the pops this time.
I love
all
this.
right.
I love this because my kind of hobby is sometimes I just sit at home and Google what was the UK number one on this
Exactly.
day? So this is great. This is great. I love this. What have you got, mate?
So UK number one in 92 for the Blackburn Leicester game was Please Don't Go by KWS. Again, another belter.
Oh, well, that's funny because on this article I found, it was like, if Blackburn lose this, Kenny was going to walk. And Colin Hendry said, I want Kenny to stay if we win or lose. Please don't go. That's good. That works. Do you reckon he played that on the coach? On the way down?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, that sounds like something our Cole would say, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, good one, Brave.
But before you think we've skipped, because we're trying to work out this illustrious playoff game to the Premier League, 1991, don't forget, okay, it was a playoff game. It was between Notts County and Brighton.
Yes.
We're not forgetting you guys if you're a Notts County or a Brighton fan. So it was 3-1 Notts County against Brighton. UK number one that year, Jonesy, was I don't even want to say this line, but it's I Want to Sex You Up by Colour Me Bad.
Great song.
Yeah, so let's move on to 93.
Yes. But let's just quickly, before we start, the kids.
Yeah, oh God, the reason why we're here, right.
Yeah. What do you reckon?
So is that how it works out? Blackburn were the home team but wore their away?
Yeah. And when they collected the cup, they put this classic on. So if you see
hello.
They wear that one. The home shirt.
Give us a quick zoom in on this home shirt you've got there, mate.
Yeah. This is my grail.
Yeah, I bet.
So I never thought I would get it. Look at that.
Oh my word. Blackburn Rovers. It's a lighter blue though.
It is a lighter blue, yeah. One of my
gorgeous.
Yeah. I never thought I'd get that shirt.
Yeah, that's lush. Yeah, that's right on.
I think that'd be a special shirt for a Rovers fan, wouldn't it? Whoa.
Oh,
right, cool.
So that's Ribeiro, and who are Leicester wearing there?
But you know what? I've been looking at that Leicester shirt because you can get a remake of it.
You can.
And I've been kind of going, ooh, shall I pull the trigger?
Yeah.
Because the more I see it, and like when I'm watching the games from back then, I like it.
That pattern of that shirt looks very similar to when you're painting a room and you've gone loads of different angles of a roller, isn't it? You know, that sort of like strike.
They've screwed it up, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lovely shirt, though.
It is, yeah.
I go back to my traditional element of shirts is there's no nonsense with this. The badges are popping, the colours are great, and they're simple. It's proper Sabutio territory, this, isn't it? Yellow and blue, nothing else, you know.
Yep. Cool. And I don't think that yellow shirt was for sale. They made a remake a few years back.
All right.
Don't know if they actually brought it out.
Was it a complete yellow kit, or did it have blue shorts? Or
I think it might have had yellow shorts.
I
can have a look. Yeah, cool. So special.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's move on to. Whoa! What have you got on this one?
Well, I thought for today I'd bring this one out, so I've recently got this. The Leicester City.
Leicester.
Yeah.
So this was Swindon Town against Leicester.
Yeah.
Leicester back in the playoffs after disappointment. more disappointment actually. But
Yeah, after legally being let back in.
all right,
Um,
so I watched the goals of this one just before we
yeah,
started recording, and I was
yeah,
just like, "This is amazing."
yeah.
What have you got on this one, mate?
Well, this one to me, mate, was like the first kind of like throw the kitchen sink at the game for the playoffs, isn't it? So 31st of May 1993, Wembley Stadium. So Swindon that season finished 5th and
Yep.
Leicester finished 6th. So there's going to be a trend here, guys, because I don't think to be successful in the playoffs, you have to finish 3rd or 4th. Like, as long as you're in the playoffs, you've got a chance, right? So
Yep.
to give you a very brief background, Leicester appeared 4 times in the playoffs in the 10 games that were held at Wembley. So this is an incredible record already from Leicester. So Swindon charge into a 3-0 lead at this game, and then it's pegged back to 3-all. But obviously, Jonesy, you mentioned this, mate, don't you? So what happens to make it 4-3?
Paul Bowden penalty
Paul Bowden.
slots it home nicely.
84th minute, but you think the pressure for this one was better than his miss against, was it Turkey for Wales?
Romania, isn't it? Wales
Romania.
against
That's it.
Romania. He smashed it. Mate, just slot it home. Just do what he
Yeah.
did in this final. Pissed me
So
off.
this is like
Yep.
the first playoff final that I can really remember. And obviously,
Yep.
because it was going into like the already established Premier League, this was now starting to become a real heightened game, wasn't it? It was like, I want to be there.
Yep.
Look, firstly, I mean, the kits on show. Before I go into my deep dive, just look at them. Burma, Walker's Crisps. Talk to me.
Classic.
Yeah.
So you got
Which,
the Leicester one, yeah? What do you reckon of that
yeah,
pattern or that Leicester one?
beautiful. Absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful. It's another one of those shirts again that you appreciate close up because not only is
Yeah.
Fox leisure, but the collar is lush on this one. It's a very
I've
modern
seen that.
Adidas collar.
Yeah, I've seen they've done a remake of that one as well.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shirt because it's one of those shirts that looks nice when the light or the sun shines on it because it's got like well, I don't even know what they are. Are they tiger stripes? Or I don't know. I don't know
Fox
what it is.
stripes.
Fox stripes, yeah. I don't know what it is. But yeah, it's a beautiful shirt. But I've always been fascinated by Swindon's shirts in the 90s.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
that the one? Did they take that through to the Premier League? Or did they change it?
Similar, yeah. I think they might have changed the supplier, but I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it's the same shirt. They had a hell of a team though, didn't they? They had, John Moncur, had Nicky Summerby,
yeah,
obviously
yeah.
Hoddle was there. He scored in the final. What was
Julian
that?
Joe Jim.
June Joyce for the Leicester. Yeah, Steve Walsh from watching on the Blackburn Leicester final the previous year and to this one, he had a lot of involvement. I mean, he brought down
Hmm.
Mike Newell for the penalty and the other point, but he was everywhere.
Yeah,
He was,
yeah.
yeah, I reckon, yeah. Watching both games,
Well,
I don't
it's
know.
almost like he had something to prove from that
Yeah,
game, wasn't it? You
yeah,
could tell that. So 31st of May 1993, UK number 1 was All That She Wants by Ace of Base.
oh,
Another banger. I did a little bit more research into this one, Jonesy. So
brilliant.
shall I tell you what I found? So
Oh, please do.
firstly, Swindon sold £2 million worth of players that season, but only spent 100K. And it was a swap deal for Craig Maskell, who started in the game.
Yeah, he scored. Yeah,
So I find that incredible because nowadays in playoffs, you do have to spend the money to get close. You have to spend money to even get into the top 6. If you
I
get
mean that's
into the
what
top
Blackburn
6,
did the previous year. Yeah,
exactly. So
5.5 million.
it's very admirable that you can get that close without spending the
Hmm.
budget. So um, what I found was incredible with this, though, is that after the final, so finals 31st of May, the open top bus parade was scheduled for the 2nd of June, right? It was missing Bodin because, because he was playing for Wales against the Faroe Islands in a World Cup qualifier. So
Right.
already the scorer, the final game is missing. You've then also missing McLaren, Hazard, and Mickey Hazard, sorry, and or Hazard. Sorry, I'm getting my pronunciations here. He's not Eden. Brian Marwood is missing because they all went on holiday.
Jeez. They have it pre-booked, did they?
So before the open top bus parade, so there was a lot of hoo-ha around Glenn Hoddle. Is he going to stay? Is he going to go? Yada, yada, yada. He believes it was one of his greatest achievements as a manager. He was quite emotional about his time at Swindon. There was a 2-hour board meeting before the open top bus parade. Now, after that, it was confirmed 4 days after winning the playoff final that Glenn Hoddle was to leave and be player manager for Chelsea. And obviously, subsequently, that season in the Premier League, they finished 14th. Glenn Hoddle led them to the FA Cup final. But there's a real, come down if I'm a Swindon fan. Because, not only did Glenn Hoddle get you up there, keep him for a season and see what you can do. Because who knows what would have happened if he'd have stayed.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, my last bit on it is the players that missed. I mean, obviously, Paul Bowden, he could be exempt because he's representing his country. But for those that went on holiday, you don't win a playoff final at Wembley much. And if you do, you're lucky. So why wouldn't you want to be on the open top bus?
Well, it sounds like they should have that board meeting on the back of the bus because there's no players there.
I know. That's what I mean.
Do you want to stay? See you later.
Hold on, turn in the corner. Yeah. But yeah, mad final.
Yeah. And this one was, looking at the TV schedule as well, I think it was broadcast on all regions on ITV. 2 p.m. the match. There you go.
Chitty Bang Bang wasn't available.
Nah, there was nothing on that one, no. Cool. Let's get on to 1994.
Leicester again.
Leicester. This is just the Leicester playoff podcast.
Yeah.
And look at the man who scored as well.
Yeah.
He certainly had something to prove, didn't he? So Derby County against Leicester. Oh.
Well, is this the first close derby? Leicester versus Derby? Is it? I mean, if we look at Swindon, I'd probably say they're next door to one another. I call this the Steve Walsh derby, personally.
Yep.
What happened in this one, mate?
So Derby went 1-0 up. Tommy Johnson in Leicester. Walsh 41, and then the 87th minute.
Yeah, I can still see Steve Walsh's celebrations in this one.
He has done it.
So, yeah, I mean, 73,000 at that game. That's incredible already.
Yeah.
30th of May, 1994.
Let me just cool. So I got a bit of a run in that one. Cool. The first leg, I forgot Tranmere Rovers were in there.
They flirted with the idea a few times, though, didn't they?
So just looking at the playoffs, actual semi-finals as well, you think where Tranmere Rovers are now?
Yeah.
I mean, that second leg, it was 0-0 in the first leg between Tranmere and Leicester, and then the second leg, Leicester won 2-1. David Speedie, 86th minute.
David Speedie.
Millwall is there as well. Millwall came third that year. They lost 2-0 against Derby in the first leg, and then they lost 3-1 as well. Your mate, Gabbiadini.
Yorkshire Tourism Awards, Gabbiadini, you mean?
Yeah, so 5-1 in aggregate. But yeah, you think.
Is that now? But that must be Mick McCarthy's Millwall because they were flying high.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they had a good cup run, didn't they, that year in the Coca-Cola Cup? So yeah, I can understand that because that's the Captain Morgan's era from Millwall, which was beautiful.
Also, another one as well. It was all regions on ITV. 1:15 p.m. and kickoff 1:30. So you had a 15-minute build-up. Matt Lorenzo hosting.
What do you think of this build-up nonsense now? Because I've seen games on like Champions League, Amazon Prime, and they're starting build-up from 6:30 for a group game, and kickoffs at 8.
Isn't it?
What do you think of a 15-minute build-up? Do you think that's adequate, or do you want to see a little bit more?
I guess so. Yeah, if it's not your team, I mean, FA Cup back in the 90s, you had a bloody whole morning build-up. That's fine. That's special.
Yeah.
I guess if it's on a Monday.
Yeah.
1:15. Does everyone at work or what? Just pop in on the lunch break.
Bank holiday Monday, I'd hope.
Well, 73,000, nearly 73,500 at Wembley on a Monday.
Yeah, that's mental.
Yeah, what have you got? Have you got anything on the what was number one, mate?
Right, so 1994, we're getting warmer now with music. Can you have a guess?
Take that.
All close. It's Love Is All Around by Wet, Wet, Wet.
Uh,
Do you
are they
remember?
still are they still at number one now? Because it was
Oh,
forever, wasn't
God, it was forever. I was just about to say, I can remember watching Top of the Pops on Friday. Was it Thursday or Friday night? It would have been, it doesn't matter.
it?
But I was watching it and it was always number one still, Wet, Wet, Wet. And I was like, oh, for God's sake, this bloody 4 weddings and a funeral. Like, what on earth is. Oh, it was such a classic English public film, though, wasn't it? Like, oh,
It is.
gross.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Steve Walsh, Love Is All Around.
Steve Walsh final. There you go.
Yeah.
He had a great
Let's do
career,
it.
actually. He had a great career at Leicester. You think he won the Coca-Cola Cup?
Little bit of a shithouse, though, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
What
Yeah,
stunned you there?
Oh, thinking back, I was just like, yeah.
He
I think we
always
spoke about
got
it
under
before.
people's skin, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
But then again, though, I would regard that as a proper English defender. Do you know what I mean? Like, ruffled a few feathers.
Showing leadership, mate.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
all hail Steve Walsh. Well done. Right.
Excellent. All right, let's get to our final now.
Oh, God.
God, blimey. Bolton
Wow.
against Reading, 1995.
Yeah.
Wembley Stadium.
29th of May. I had the opportunity to go to this, but I said no.
Oh, I was going to ask, this is on my thing, because the attendance was just over 64,000, so it was less than the other ones. And I was just thinking, gee, why? There was plenty of room there, mate.
I've got a little bit of background on this.
Yeah.
Because Reading sold their allocation, which was 36,500.
Yep.
Bolton were given 38,500, but didn't sell as many tickets. And the reason for this was CEO's Des McBain, which was said the financial burden of Bolton previously going to Wembley that season in the League Cup
against
final.
Liverpool, yeah, of course.
Yeah, they had a hell of a season that year, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the chance to go, and I was quite a nervous kid back then, and I didn't like all that big spectacle nonsense. And then I can remember my older brother going, and I put it on ITV, and I watched it, and I was like, oh, shit, I kind of want to be there now. I mean, I was only a young kid. I wasn't sat in my armchair going, shit.
Yes.
But it looked good. Red and blue balloons everywhere, and Bolton fans and the classic, because I think that for me, other than the FA Cup finals, seeing a full Wembley, you were like, whoa, this is huge.
It was, yeah. And you're like, Reading 2-0 up after 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, okay, cool. Because I got to say, even though I was from Wales, my TV was tuned to Granada, the Northwest region.
Yeah.
So I had a bit of a thing for the Northwest teams. So Bolton, they were part of my region, mate. My
Michael
TV
Bolton.
region.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I got to support the Northwest. So I was kind of rooting for Bolton on this one.
Well, Reading's first playoff final, so 29th of May, 1995. UK number 1. Unchained Melody by Robson and Jerome. Another classic UK song.
I thought Soldier was late. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, must be, mate. Because then they followed up with Up on the Roof, didn't they? So, I mean, it got better. Yeah, so, I mean, that year, Reading, right? So, obviously, I went to a few of these games. 1994, in December, Mark McGee left Reading to join Leicester because obviously they sacked, or they lost Brian Little, didn't they, to Villa, maybe?
Yes.
So Mark McGee jumped ship, hailed as a bit of a martyr. Obviously, Reading then bring in co-managers Mickey Gooden and Jimmy Quinn with a little sprinkling of A.D. Williams. So not many people expected Reading to progress like they did. And Reading ended up finishing second that season, Bolton finishing third. So this is the first example of first, second and third fighting to go up.
Yeah, let me just bring up I'll bring up the playoff. You'd be pissed off of being a Reading fan because it was just only one automatic place, wasn't it? So they came second and you just...
Mr. Bean's Middlesbrough went up, didn't they?
I did, yeah, and because they want to reduce the number of teams in the Premier League.
I can remember the playoffs with these, and again, I always remember the semi-finals, because
Yep.
Bolton and Wolves was a bit of a fisticuff game, wasn't it? That was a
Oh, yeah.
bit of a bloodbath at,
Well, yeah.
Bolton's.
Wolves won the first leg
Yeah,
2-1. Steve Bull,
yeah,
Venus,
yeah.
McAteer. And then, yeah, after extra time in the second leg, John McGinley, 2-0.
So, John McGinley, for me, was one of those strikers that was a complete nuisance. And if I look back at it now, I didn't like him at the time because he was just
Mm.
always scoring. He always did the same celebration. I think was he missing his front teeth? Or he looked like he was. And he always looked like he was just annoying. He was always there. But if I look back at it now I'm older and maturer, Jonesy, he was class.
Well, you could see that Ian Wright wasn't a fan of him as well because Bruce Rioch kept saying in training, John McGinley does this. John McGinley would do it this
Yeah,
way.
well, which is ridiculous, right? Because also, mate, so I've got a couple of things leading up to this. So talk to us
Yep.
about this playoff link up first. So who are the semi-finals? We've mentioned Wolves Bowl, and who was the other one? It was Reading.
Tranmere Rovers again. I had to think
Okay.
of Tranmere as well.
Did
Northwest.
you?
John Aldridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Reading won the first leg 3-1 away at Prenton Park, and then it was a 0-0 at Elm Park. Did you go to any of these ones?
Did I? I don't know. I might have gone to the
Mm.
Tranmere game. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I do know that was a hell of an away win though in the playoffs at Prenton Park because
Yeah.
Tranmere is not a good place to go for getting a result. So that was pretty impressive. I remember. But yeah, Tranmere missing out again.
I know, yeah. Had a bit of thing for Tranmere as well in the 90s.
Well, they
But
had
let's get
Pat
on to
Nevin, didn't they?
yeah,
As
Pat
well.
Nevin. Yeah, yeah.
So I've found a couple of before we go on to the game, I want to talk about a little bit about the build-up. So Bruce Rioch, there was a lot of speculation about his future before. So we all know from being Premier League experts, Jonesy, nod, nod, wink, wink, that Bruce Rioch
okay.
did end up joining Arsenal after this. We know that.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
happened. Get
It's
over
happened.
it.
It's done.
All right. He was also linked, which I didn't know, to Manchester City and Sheffield Wednesday before the game started.
I've heard the City one. I didn't know about the Sheffield Wednesday.
Also, John Medeski, before the playoffs, promised to walk 45 miles to Wembley in in for children in need if Reading made the playoff final. Now,
Jeez.
I can't find anywhere if he did it or not. So,
We've got a helicopter.
yeah, if anyone's listening and you did know Medeski walked the 45 miles, let me know. But yeah, so let's go on to the game itself, mate. Talk us through the turn of events.
So Reading went 2-0 up after 12 minutes, and you think,
Mental.
oh, this is done. Yeah, I remember watching it. Always just being so amazed with Shaka Hislop's goalkeeper shot. I always wanted that goalkeeper kit.
My brother had the other one. I don't think we had
Yeah.
that one, which was like the
Yeah.
purple and greeny kind of thing. Beautiful, though, wasn't it?
And yeah, and you just watching it because I watched the whole final, I remember, and then just thinking, oh, okay, this is done. You know, it gets to 76 minutes. Owen Coyle,
Mhm.
and you're like, oh, okay, cool. And then 86 minutes, De Freitas,
Fabian De Freitas.
baby, and De Freitas. Yep. And then you go, okay, cool, 2-2, done. Extra time. Mixo Pakalainen.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, have you
like-
seen
just-
his header, by the way?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mixu Patalainen felt like he was Ronaldo. He jumped up in the air for about 40 meters and was like, boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then De Freitas again, 119th minute. And then
Yeah, he didn't score that.
Quinn-
There was handball, mate. Handball. Did you see it?
Yeah.
You watched him scoop it? Sorry.
Tarnish his legacy. And then Quinn in the 120th minute, but it was all done and dusted, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah, Rioch believes that the turning point in the game was Keith Brannigan's penalty save to stop it going 3-0.
Yeah.
And I quite
yeah.
believe that because there was a bit of momentum, wasn't there, after that? It was like we can still get this back.
We can still, it's given a bit of a boost in it because you're 3-0 down. I mean, it did get to that in was it Swindon Leicester, didn't it?
True.
Yeah,
True.
but you think
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt really sorry for Reading at that game. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, because I was quite happy to be honest to see any of these teams.
Oh, you are a proper fence sitter. Like, I just wanted football to win.
Football will be the winner in this one.
So what really annoyed me about this, firstly, right, you remember the goals at Wembley, the beautiful goals, the green pipe at the back that bent round. Like, I was always obsessed with their goals because there was such a big space behind the goalkeeper with the goal because the net was always tight. The green pipe looked great, right? Do you remember Fabian de Freitas' goal and it went round the post at the back, the pipe, and it stuck in the net? I was like, oh, that's amazing. So that was a nerd moment. But what really annoyed me was his handball. And then he got interviewed after the game on the pitch and he was like, I did my best. I did my best. You cheated, mate. You handballed it and you scooped it in. De
Not a fan,
Freitas.
are you?
No, his name sat with me for years with Bolton. Fabian de Freitas. I could never escape it. I don't actually know what happened to him after that.
So you're saying like the next season when you got the Premier League sticker book, you open the packet, de Freitas is there, you're just like, I'm not even putting this in. This is getting torn up.
It was like Ray Finkel in my room. I had like loads of posters of Fabian de Freitas, like laces out, Fabian. Yeah, it was a big, big moment.
Oh, okay. And this was another ITV, the match final, 12:55 coverage to kick off 1:30. So a bit of more coverage on this one.
Who was the commentator again? Was it Brian Moore? Because it was like and Bolton have done it now. Like,
yeah. What I like as well is that at 3:35 p.m. they put Stuntmaster in there because they thought, oh, this isn't going to go to extra time. So if you're a fan of Stuntmaster at 3:35, you're going to be pissed off. Oh,
yes,
sorry. Can I just put Stuntmaster on? No, it's gone.
John McGinley's still playing. Leave it alone.
John McGinley, yeah. But I mean, we spoke about the kits as well. Look how they look together.
Fab.
How we look
together. Yeah, I know. I'm proud of us, mate. We've made it.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
We've made it.
What I find sad about this, though, is right, and it's about taking your chance in playoffs now, isn't it? Because you don't know what the season's going to be like afterwards. Because, firstly, if you do well in the playoffs and the season, other clubs from above start looking at your team. So you either go up or face the chance of financial difficulty and your team depleting. Or you go up and you struggle in the Premier League if you don't prepare enough. So a classic example of this is Bolton finishing 18th, Bolton getting relegated from the Premier League the following season from their first year. Reading next season finished 18th and avoided a relegation. It's mad, right?
Crazy. What happened to Reading? Did they sell a lot of their... I mean, Shaka Hislop went, didn't he?
Shaka Hislop went to Newcastle. Simon Osborne went to QPR.
QPR, yeah.
Naylor went to Leicester. And again, like the team just kind of fell apart from that.
How long did the managers last? Did they last?
A couple of seasons. I think they went to Terry Bullivant, I think, after that, who was an ex-taxi driver. That says it all, really.
Sounds like a taxi driver, doesn't he?
Yeah. Terry.
There you go. All right, cool. Excellent. Great final. One of my favorites.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yep, cool. All right, cool. Let's get on to 1996. Oh, hello, Leicester again.
Yeah, come on. Give us something else now. Yeah.
There you go. And I've got these kits behind me, as you can see here.
Yeah, beautiful, aren't they?
Beautiful, yeah.
Aren't they?
So Leicester just had their carryover shirt from the 94-95, didn't they?
Do you like that, firstly, mate?
A carryover?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do, because I like the different badges.
Me too. Oh, thank you. God bless you, Jonesy. I love the fact, right, that you can take a Premier League badge off and swap it with a Football League one. It's like, oh.
And it's a good excuse to get both. If you've got patches on, it's a good excuse to buy both of these shirts. Like, one of the Blackburn when they got relegated in the Nationwide. I want to get another. Yeah, but cool. Going off topic, but
sorry.
Two relegated teams from the 94-95 seasons in the final of the playoffs in the 1996.
How it should be. If you're going to get relegated from the Prem with the squad you've got to throw it back next season, haven't you?
Yeah. So this had an attendance of 73,000 or 73,500. Do you remember watching this one?
Um, I do, and I can just remember Steve Claridge.
Yeah. So what I used to love about this as well, so I don't I mentioned it before, but when I had Sky as a kid, it was seasonal, right?
Mhm.
Most of the time, Christmas movies, and then rest of the year it was like nothing. So having these finals on ITV was like glorious. I've got the Coca Cola Cup, I've got the FA Cup, I've got the playoffs. That's the three,
Yeah,
and European. Well, but we're usually in bed by then.
yeah.
Um, I was in bed when Naeem scored from the halfway line. Got
So
put to
was
bed.
I. Seeing it on Meridian in the morning, like, "Oh, Seaman, what have you done?"
I remember that guy. Mum came in and said, "Yeah, Arsenal no, the bloke just scored
Charged
from
into your
halfway line. I'm in
bedroom.
bed." No, halfway line. Yeah, just saying that. But that was like the pinnacle. Yeah, the three to look forward to if you didn't have Sky.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, going back to it, classic final. I watched this one as well. Memories of this one. This is
My
another.
memories, look at the players that were playing in this game, mate. Have you got a team sheet there?
I
Or have you got
did.
a list?
Yeah,
I
I've got a
mean,
list up. Talk about it, mate. I'll find a list.
cowabunga. Like, you had Ray Houghton playing for Crystal Palace,
Thought you were gonna
Nigel
say Ray Finkel
Martin,
then.
right
Um,
there, Heskey for Leicester.
Let me just
Muzzy,
pull
is
it
it?
up. Yeah, you've got so Leicester had Kevin Paul, Simon Grayson, Julian Watts, Steve Walsh again,
Yeah, Walshy boy.
Mike Whitlow, Gary Parker, Muzzy is it, Neil Lennon, Scott Taylor, Emil Heskey, Steve Claridge. You got Mark Robbins on the bench. Then Crystal Palace had Nigel Martin, Darren Pitcher, Mark Edworthy, Kenny Brown. What a name.
Do you
Dave
remember Kenny
Dunstable.
Brown?
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, David Hopkin, Andy Ray Houghton, Dougie Freeman, George Nadar, Carl Via, Simon Roger, and Bruce Dyer on the bench.
So Scott Taylor for Leicester was playing for Reading the season before. So this was his
Okay.
second playoff final in 2 seasons. So not many players again have the luxury of playing in another playoff final for the Prem. So Scott Taylor immediately sits into
I've got
Leicester's
Scott
squad.
Taylor in here. Following Reddin's playoff defeat, Taylor refused a new contract and was sold to Leicester, aiding them in the promotion.
Woohoo!
Stuff your contract. I'm out of here.
Grumpy.
See you later, losers.
Do you want to know what UK's number one was?
Yes.
Ooh, just a little bit. Ooh, a little bit more. Gina G.
I don't think I had that cassette, but yeah, I remember.
That was Eurovision.
Pops.
That was like
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
Did she win? I think she won. Did we win? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Did everyone just give the UK nil points
They
like
normally
now?
do.
Or
Yeah, they normally
yeah,
do, mate. Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, but yeah, I mean, anything else on this game other than two glorious
Let me
kits?
just have a look. So yeah, Leicester came fifth that year. Crystal Palace third.
Oh,
So the first leg of was Charlton against Crystal Palace. Charlton, the Crystal Palace won 2-1. Leicester had a 0-0 draw against Stoke. Do you remember Stoke being in play? Stoke came fourth that season.
wow. No, I didn't remember
Yeah,
Stoke.
and then Crystal Palace in the second leg, Crystal Palace beat Charlton 1-0. Ray Houghton, and then Gary Parker scored the winner against Stoke for Leicester.
Okay.
Yes.
Again, like fifth or sixth qualifying for the Premier League.
Mm.
You don't have to finish the season strong. You just have to be in it to win it.
Did you feel sorry for Crystal Palace at this game?
I always felt sorry for Crystal Palace. I've always had a soft spot for Crystal Palace.
Yeah,
One, I
same.
liked
Yeah,
their name. Two, I liked their ground. And three, I liked
yeah,
their kit. I always felt sorry
yeah,
for them.
yeah.
And probably by that point, even though I was quite young, I was probably still sick of Leicester City.
Yeah, to
Again,
me, they were
again,
just a team that
again.
got smashed in the 94-95 season. Just, yeah.
My memories of this, though, are I can always remember like saying to my mum or my brother, like, "It was Steve Claridge wearing shin pads. Like, how was he getting away with that? He just looks so scruffy. He looks so clumsy as a player, but he always like delivered, didn't he?
Did, yeah.
Like
Was this Steve Walsh? Was this what, his fifth playoff finals? Fourth?
possibly. I mean, Martin O'Neill was at the helm at this point, wasn't he, for Leicester?
Yes. Yeah, it
Because
was
he was
Martin
from
O'Neill
Wycombe
and Dave
Wanderers, wasn't he?
Bassett. Dave Bassett was Crystal Palace. Yeah.
Dave Bassett is always a household name.
Bassett all sorts. Yeah.
Bassett, all sorts. Yeah, I mean, 27th of May 1996. You know, good final. A good final.
Good final. And
Let's-
this was the last playoff final on ITV.
No.
Yeah, it was. And went to Sky after this.
Oh,
It was at
man.
1:35 p.m. with a 2 p.m. kickoff. The final match.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Let's go to 97, mate. Whoa, Crystal Palace. They do love us playoff.
Yeah, I love this result.
Oh, can we go talk about this one? The team they're going. So Crystal Palace against Sheffield United. Thoughts?
First of all, mate, I saw the temperature of this game. Did you know what temperature it was at Wembley that day? 26th of May, 1997. It was 33 degrees.
Oh, that's Australian weather, mate.
Now, when we had Jim Daly on our pod a few weeks ago, he did say how hot it was because he was at this game.
Yeah.
I didn't know how hot it was. It looked hot. I remember watching the highlights of this, and like we said, like David Hopkins was the same color as his shirt, like playing. Like I can understand that now. Yeah. I mean,
I don't know if, like we said, this is the first one on Sky. I don't think I watched this one.
No, I remember seeing the highlights of it. It's one of my favourite playoff goals, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean,
Just-
it still gets replayed to this
Yeah,
day.
the timing of it and everything's incredible as well.
Yeah, and they still had a lot of the players from last year. When Crystal Palace got Carlo Nash, Mark Edworthy, Kevin Muscat, who's a dirty player.
Oh,
Dave Tyler, Andy Linnigan. Oh,
yeah,
you're
lovely. Cheers, mate. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. That's the second
Dean
pod in a row
Gordon.
you've mentioned his name.
We'll get him on one day. Andy Roberts, David Hopkins, who was captain, Simon Roger, Neil Shipley, Bruce Dyer. Ray Houghton was on the bench. Steve Coppell, caretaker manager.
Shipley and Bruce Dyer would have been a bit of a bruising couple up front, wouldn't it? Because they were quite physical and big, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Sheffield United, Simon Tracy, Mitch Wharf, David Holdsworth, Carl Tyler, Roger Nelson, David White, Nigel Spagman, Don Hutchinson, Dane Whitehouse, Puchura Kachura, Janaga Fjortov.
Yeah, Fjortov was the name that I remember. I was going,
And
whoa.
Howard Kendall was manager then.
Yeah, so I remember Don Hutchinson, he hurt his shoulder, didn't he? He fell badly. I don't know if he broke his shoulder or dislocated it, but I remember he was out for that one, I think.
Yeah, he got taken off after 45 minutes for Lee Sanford.
Yeah. So because Don Hutchinson went on quite a while to play after that. So he went down a league to play with Sheffield United. So it must have been a project that he was optimistic about because he went back the Premier League football, didn't he, in the sort of late 90s, early 2000s?
Yeah, so he went from Sheffield United, he went to Everton. Yeah, so he, was.
When did he go to Everton? What
98.
year?
So Howard Kendall took him. So Howard Kendall was manager of, so Kendall, Kendall took him to Everton. So he was one of the small group of players that play for both Liverpool and Everton. There you go.
Right. So let's talk about David Hopkins' goal. We've got it for this one.
Absolutely.
I mean, 90th minute, comes out to him on the edge of the box, is back to goal, but he turns, and it's the most glorious slow motion curl.
I've got a thing where it's got, where is it? The ball almost traveled like a slow motion, the way it curled into the net. It was fabulous. That's what's the words of Steve Coppell. Come on. And then we've got, what else were the quotes for this one? It was described as a glorious Brazilian bender. There you go.
Cool, nice.
That was not so much from a different planet from what had gone on before, but a different solar system. Some of these quotes.
I was going to say, they knew David Hopkins was Scottish, though, right?
One of the finest goals in Palace histories. David Hopkins said, the most special goal he's ever scored.
Rightly so. I remember at the end of the game, he was literally the pin-up for the final, wasn't he? Because he had the trophy on his head, you know.
He was captain, wasn't he?
He was captain fantastic. UK number 1.
Oh, yes.
You're Not Alone by Olive. Great track. You're not alone.
Did Sheffield United play that on the coach back?
100%. I'd have turned it right up. Wait for England Division 1.
That would have been a long trip back as well, wouldn't it?
Would have been brilliant,
From
wouldn't
London.
it? Yeah.
Oh,
I'd have loved to have been the coach driver and we were wearing blue and white stripes. All aboard.
do you reckon they'd go back in silence?
Oh, I
What would you
mean,
do?
yeah, you'd either
They'd be like, nah. What were footballers like?
drown your
We're done.
sorrows.
Yeah, let's go on holiday. Let's go on holiday.
Yeah, we had a good season, you know.
It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Kits. Let's get on these kits, mate.
Bayern Munich versus Sheffield United, eh?
Yeah, I still reckon that's the best Sheffield, Crystal Palace.
Daddy.
Sheffield United shirt of all time. Best Crystal Palace shirt. I love that. I would love to own that.
Yeah, badge is huge. TDK is a
love it.
classic sponsor, but
Yeah.
yeah, that kit, the colours,
Yeah.
the template, you know, beautiful.
Oh, what about Sheffield United's?
Absolute
Cox Sport
turd.
team.
Yeah.
It's not awards.
Yeah, I mean, was their home kit that year like the kind of the big diamonds, red and white stripes?
Could be, yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, I remember seeing in the. I think I had the Football League. Was it the sticker book or something? It could be. I don't know. I remember seeing. Yeah, it wasn't.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
a bit
not
of
the
a
greatest.
boring kit. I mean, it's black and white, and it looks a bit Derby County, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not great, was it?
I actually
27.
thought they always played against Crystal Palace in a fluorescent yellow kit. I always had that. Then when I watched the rerun recently, I thought it's white. Like I could have put my house on that. It's worrying.
All right, cool. Anything else on the?
No. All hail David Hopkin. We can move on.
Move on. Okay, 98. Hello. Charlton Athletic against Sunderland.
The Le Mans 24-hour playoff final.
Yep. 7-6 on penalties.
What on earth happened here?
I don't know, mate. Don't know.
I had that Sunderland shirt. It was grim.
Oh,
honestly.
yeah, I was going to say, I think you mentioned the lanterns as like a beer, like a coaster.
Really thick, didn't bend. So whenever you kind of sat down, it was digging into your chest. And
I think Asics are on the way out of this. Aren't they?
I think so, because it looked like whole grain mustard, the colour. It's disgusting.
What about Charlton? Charlton's got the Cocktail Sportif as well. Meh computers.
Meh.
You know that one?
It's okay. Meh. Yeah, meh. Yeah, I mean, it's...
You just see Clive Mendonca in that one, don't you?
You do. It's the Mendonca final, isn't it?
It was the Mendonca, yeah.
I mean, the famous quote from the commentator on Sky Sports, right? So it is, you can get the disguises ready when he goes back to the northeast. Because we know from watching telly, Mendonca was a Sunderland fan.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
How did this game work out, Jonesy? Give us a walkthrough, mate.
Yeah, well, Mendonca scored in the 23rd minute, so 1-0, and then Quinn, 50th minute, and then Phillips.
Quinn and Phillips up front. Yep. I mean, come on.
Well, and then Mendonca, 71st, then Quinn, 73rd. And then what do we got? We got Rufus, 85th minute.
Yep.
Yep, cool. And then Nick Summerby, 99th minute. And
great
then
goal.
Mendonca, 103rd minute. And then it went to penalties. And everyone just kept scoring, didn't they?
I know. Which, if I'm honest, right, I hate watching a real crap penalty shootout where they're either really weak or just really bad. So it tells me the team hasn't prepped. This tells me the team prepped for weeks. 7-6. It's incredible.
Who did Sunderland have in goal? Lionel Perez.
Perez, yeah.
He got chipped by a cancer, didn't he?
Yeah.
Says a lot.
Oh, magic, Eric.
I always forget, Mark Bright and Mendonca. Mark Bright was, for Charlton. Mark Kinsella. Oh, yeah, they're a good team, didn't they? Mark Bowen, Sean Newton, Eddie Yowns, Danny Mills.
Yeah.
And then you look for Sunderland. They've got Darren Holloway, Jody Craddock, Darren Williams, Michael Gray, Nicky Summer, Lee Clark, Kevin Ball, Alex Johnson, Noel Quinn, and Kevin Phillips.
Lee Clark and Kevin Ball's a hell of a midfield partnership as well.
Yeah, and you've got Chris Macon on the bench, Alex Ray, and Danny Dicchio. But I said I had a story on this one. So Sky Sports 2 p.m.
Yep.
This is how I watched the final. 2 seconds. Did it come up? There you go. Had to listen to it.
You didn't
Pretty enough
actually
Sky.
see it?
No.
Oh.
My brother and his friend were all sat in the lounge listening to it with a please insert card Sky scrambled
I
screen.
remember that message. It's a horrible message.
Yeah. And we listened to the penalty shootout, and I think we wanted Charlton to win because those two were dancing around. They'll deny it, but they were dancing around. Why were they just in their underwear? No, but like, yeah. So for the listeners, yeah, we had the scrambled please insert card Sky screen. So I didn't actually watch the final. I just had to listen to it.
That's a
Which is
tough
great
game
for
to
Sky
listen.
then.
Well, it
Yeah.
is, but it's a tough game to listen to because a lot's happening, isn't it? You're like, I want to see it.
Oh, listening to a 7-6 penalty shootout, you're just like,
Yeah,
because you
math.
don't know. It's like listening on radio, isn't it? You're like, you just
Yeah.
listen to the crowd. It's just like this is going on and on and on.
And was this the highest attended playoff final to date? Because I've got 77,000, I think.
Yeah, I've got 77,739.
It is
That
the highest. That's mental.
That is mental. Yeah.
Yeah. 25th of May, 1998. Who was number 1, Jonesy?
Boyzone? I don't know. Who have we got?
I like your guesses. That's good. It's Under the Bridge by All Saints.
Oh, All Saints around? I thought All Saints were
Yeah.
early
I thought they were
2000s.
later. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Surprised
Like
me.
a bit of All Saints. Yeah. Excellent.
But not my favourite playoff final for Kits, mate. I'm going to be honest here.
No.
Could have been better.
That Sunderland one, I've never thought, I need that.
Yeah.
Maybe the Charlton, really. I haven't really, yeah. I don't know. But there you go. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to 1999. I have no recollection of this final. It's Bolton against Watford.
Neither did I. But in my hotel room last week with work, I watched the highlights of this game. And do you know what?
Yep.
I remember it now. It was good. But
Graham Taylor,
Yeah.
Watford then? So I was happy for Graham. Yeah.
And our mate Dave Bassett for Bolton.
Yeah. Jeez, let me just go have a look here now.
I think.
No, it's Colin Todd. No, Colin Todd at Bolton.
Oh, no, it wasn't. It was a Sheffield.
Yeah.
Where was Dave Bassett? No, got it wrong. Knowledge is the bomb.
That's okay. I have no recollection of this final. I haven't even looked at the highlights for this one.
Have you seen the goal?
No. Explain.
Right.
Tell me.
Flippin' heck. 38th minute. Right. Nick Wright scores probably the best playoff goal in the 90s. I know I said David Hopkins, shoot me down. Just if you're listening, guys, go back and watch his overhead kick against Bolton. It is lush. It is a very good goal. Obviously, we now know that the prize money started to go up for the playoffs of this.
Yeah,
the playoff cash prize was 10 million for this final.
Oh, okay.
Which, considering it's in the 80s or whatever it is now, what shocked me about this was the highlight coverage. They consistently went back to a Sky video link of Elton John in Seattle before the game.
When I was doing some research, there was a lot of mention of Elton John. Yeah.
So him and Graham Taylor were best friends, and you could see, because obviously he's gone back to Graham Taylor a couple of times in his Watford career. Now, we've spoken about Graham Taylor on numerous occasions of his documentary, his England career, Premier League manager. I love Graham Taylor. I just think he is a good, honest football manager. And I was made up for him for this, because I think this was his kind of atonement for...
Well, this is his, this was his first Wembley game since 1993, when he was last in charge of England.
Yeah, I just think, I mean...
So it's good redemption, wasn't it?
Yeah, like, he needed that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, so Elton John at the end of the game says that he's one of the greatest managers to grace the English game. And I thought that was a beautiful way to kind of encapsulate that final, because he is a fantastic manager. Let's talk about the match. Obviously 2-0 Watford, mate. What else have we got?
Oh, attendance of 70,000.
Yeah.
But so Watford came 5th in that year. Bolton 6th. Even that, I mean, we'll get onto that last one. But as you see, Bolton beat Ipswich in the first leg, and then they beat them in the second. Well, they lost in the second leg 4-3.
Yeah.
But after extra time, they went on away goal rules. Watford beat Birmingham in the first leg, and then Birmingham beat Watford 1-0 in the second leg, but it went to penalties, and it was 6-7.
Bloody hell.
6-7, whatever that means.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I don't know what it means.
so Watford won 6-7 on penalties.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer a good build-up to a playoff, as in the home and away leg, or do you prefer the final? Because I do love playoff semi-finals.
Because
Because you got the home and away advantage, you know.
Yeah.
Or do you prefer the big final?
The final, yeah, just get on with it.
Because Graham Taylor looked incredibly smart in this final. He had his suit on, he had his carnation flower. Like, that's how managers do it. It's none of this Pep Guardiola nonsense where he stood on the sideline with a great big P on a hoodie. Like, what the hell is that?
Oh, yeah.
Wear a suit.
Yeah, and this was obviously going back to Sky. It was on Sky, and they had the 1 hour build up for the final, none of this 15-minute ITV thing. So they obviously took it a bit more seriously.
Yeah.
Cool.
Bit of a forgotten playoff final, though, this one, isn't it?
Yeah. When putting this research together, I was like, ooh. I guess we'll touch on the kits, because I had that Watford shirt and I sold it quite
Did you?
Suddenly. Yeah, I was never really a fan of it.
Suddenly.
Yeah, Bolton as well. I regret selling the Bolton one.
Did you have the Bolton one?
Yeah, I sold it. I don't know. Remember Peter Beardsley in that shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know why I sold
John
that
Sheridan?
one. Yeah. I was quite fond of it, but I needed the cash. But I remember selling the Watford one. I didn't have it that long.
Yeah.
It just kind of arrived, had a look, put it on, and then it went on eBay. Maybe it just wasn't my color. I don't know. But yeah, I regret selling that Bolton one, because that's quite smart.
Yeah. I don't like Watford with a lot of red on their kit. I prefer black with their kit.
We're not liking a lot of the Le Sportif shirts on this episode.
It's a bit of a minging era, though, there, isn't it?
It's a bit similar. I mean, they got I think it's like the same taping as the Charlton.
Yeah. And the Sheffield United away. Like, it's a bit close, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, cool. Anything else on this one, mate?
Well, if I were to say to you, 31st of May 1999, Shanks and Bigfoot, what would the UK number one be?
I don't know. What is it?
Sweet like chocolate.
Of course it was.
What a tune.
What a great tune, yeah.
Now 99, or whatever now would have been then. It would have been, 45, 46 maybe, but belter. Come on.
They are, some of these songs, like these number ones you said, they're actually bangers.
They are, apart from Robson and Jerome. Yeah.
I had a soft spot for that song, but yeah, absolutely.
You smoothie.
Yeah. Cool. So that was the 99. Let's do a little bonus. What's the next one, mate? Well,
I know.
Go through without Gillingham and Man City.
Yeah.
He's got the kit behind him there. That was a bit of a hint.
Yeah.
Talk to me, mate. Talk to me. I think I was on holiday on this.
Were you?
I think I was in Cornwall. I'm not sure, but I remember watching it in like a caravan park. We sat with all these other, I think, my Man City fans, and we watched me and my brother watched the player final. And incredible.
Do you know?
Talk to me. Go on.
Well, I think we have to give this team for Man City a hell of a lot of credit, right?
Yeah.
Because Man City had quite a downward spiral over the years, and this is Division 2 we're talking about here, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to give Man City a lot of credit here, because this gave them the platform to be where they are now.
Every time I've listened to podcasts and things about that, and people talk about how important this final was.
Huge.
You reckon if they didn't get this, they would be, I mean, they would have to lose a lot of the players, wouldn't they? A lot of the players would leave.
Yeah. I mean,
obviously the financial, pressure.
And I think the reason why they re-released a kit similar to this a couple of seasons ago with the Puma, I think was in homage to those players in that team. I mean, I know there was a big push of like Paul Dickov, etc., with wearing the kit, but I just think a lot of true City fans
Mm.
pre 2012 appreciate the link up that this made to Premier League glory. Personally,
So what date was this? Let's have a look. 30th of May, 1999.
so there was a lot of
Do you
emphasis.
remember watching this one?
Yeah, well, I don't remember watching it, but I remember like the news and then going, "Oh crap, I've missed an absolute belter here," because this was 90. Was this 97? Did you say, or 98?
This was 99.
99. Okay, so this was the same weekend as the Watford Bolton game.
Yeah.
So I remember Noel Gallagher being interviewed on this one. And I remember he had a gig in London the same day. And I can remember he was like, "Oh, I hate finals and whatever." And he was quite pessimistic about it. But you're going to be, because they didn't start off well, did they?
No, they didn't. No. And there were 2 late goals as well by Gillingham. I mean, he scored in the 82nd minute and 80. I
Carlos
remember
Darboe.
watching it. Yeah, Carlos Saba, and then it's Taylor the 87th, and you just think that's it.
Yeah,
And I remember I'm pretty sure the commentator said Gillingham are promoted.
he did. He did. Yeah, and I remember
Division
hearing
1.
that. And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
God."
Did you want City to go up? I secretly did. I don't know. I always had a soft spot for City, even back then.
Yeah, I did. But like, I don't
Think
now.
just because of the yeah, not now. They can fuck off. But like, bleep that out. But back then, you just think, they're one of the, when you start following the Premier League and stuff, it's like, yeah, they're one of the old, they're one of the originals, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is like early days of Tony Pulis here for Gillingham, right? So
Yeah.
he leads Gillingham out in a suit. So everyone's like, "What the fudge?" Like, he's wearing a suit. He's not wearing his sweatshirt and a cap. But don't fear, because he goes back in after, before the game starts. He gets changed. So he puts his cap back on. So Gillingham, obviously, again, who knows what would have happened, but I think Gillingham probably did eventually make it to Division 1, the Championship anyway, at some point.
Yeah.
But this is Nicky Weaver's time, right?
It
Surely.
was, yeah. I mean, was he third choice keeper or something then, or?
It might have been. I remember, though, there was a lot of hoo-ha in the hotel afterwards, there wasn't there? Because who was the referee for this game? Who did it say on there? Did it say?
The referee is Mark Hazley.
Yeah, so
yeah.
yeah, so he was actually in the Man City hotel, wasn't he?
I've heard this story, yes.
And they believed that, like, because they kept buying him beers and everything after the game, because obviously that was a huge win for City.
Yeah.
And Gillingham were not happy about it, because they thought they'd given extra time for City to score and all that mumbo jumbo. But
so it was just like, was it Horlock, 90th minute, Dickoff, 95th minute?
Horlock's goal was incredible. And if I look at Kevin Horlock as a player, right?
Yeah.
Long sleeve shirt, the football boots with the big tongue, the classic thunderbolt strike from outside the box. That's like a proper midfielder goal. Do you know what I mean? And his celebration, literally not interested, went back.
And then you heard the story of Paul Dickoff. His best man was he best man at Vince Bartram wedding, or Vince Bartram was his best man or something?
Yeah,
like
because
they played, didn't they?
They played at Arsenal,
wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then penalties, it was just an easy. This wasn't a 7-6. This was a 3-1. Like,
yeah,
I think Gillingham might have shit themselves or something, but
and I think that is a shock, because a lot of people, you see managers and players doing that kind of composure, calm down. Get composed, or touching your head like, come on. And that was the case, because it was such a shell shock for Gillingham, because they were done and dusted. They were like ready to go off and celebrate, and then, wham, and then they lost on penalties.
Yeah. I've got a little story here about, obviously we talked about Tony Pulis before as well. So I found an article. So the former Gillingham manager, Tony Pulis, concocted a monstrous plot to blackmail the club's chairman out of £200,000 using confidential documents stolen from the club. So Pulis confronted Scally on the 26th of May 1999, 4 days before the biggest game in the club's history, and demanded the chairman pay him the money, which Pulis believed he was owed in goodwill payments. So there was a bit of beef before the actual final started.
Pulis beef. Oh, no.
Yeah, I'll wear the suit, but then it's gone off. Yeah. So that kind of tainted it, didn't it, before the final? But I don't think it had anything to do with it.
Nah, two lovely kits as well.
Yeah, let's get on the kits. Cool is Gillingham's sponsor there.
Cool, brother.
Yeah, I forgot about that shirt.
Yeah.
But obviously the Man City one, which you've got there, is become iconic. What do you think of that shirt?
Oh, what I love about it's a lovely shirt. I mean, the colours are a bit in your face.
Sky blue on the
it's a lovely little, like, the actual detail on the shirt's great. And also the nationwide patches make it. But what I love about these kits in the playoffs, right, and Football League, none of them had names on their back.
Yes.
They had just massive numbers.
And it was
brilliant. Like Dickov number 9, like it's incredible. And I think, has this got the space on the back for it? Yes, it does.
Yes. Nice. So you got the patches on there as well?
I've got patches on there, yeah. I put them on there.
Brilliant.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to get number 9, I think. But beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah. And if it comes up there just a little. So Manchester City actually finished 3rd that year. Gillingham.
Who won the league?
Fulham, 101 points.
That's the Al Fayed era there kicking in, isn't it?
And Walsall got promoted as well. They came 2nd. Do you remember Walsall getting promoted?
Nope. Sorry, Walsall.
Yeah. So in the first one, it was Wigan. Wigan won, Man City won. So Dickov there scored in the 75th minute for the first leg. Preston drew with Gillingham. So both games are 1-1. Gillingham beat Preston in the second leg, and then Sean Goater, 27th minute against Wigan.
Feed the goat. I feel sorry for Preston a lot, actually, because they always fall short in playoffs, don't they? They're one of those teams that never got there because they got beat by Bolton, didn't they?
The nearly boys.
Yeah, it was the first playoff final at Cardiff Millennium, and Bolton beat them, didn't they? 2001.
Preston will ever get promoted. They were a team I remember playing Preston on Premier Manager.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, cool. And let's quickly just touch on 2000. Do you remember 2000? I had no recollection of this one at all.
Neither did I, but I watched it again recently. Yeah, and again, Ipswich carried that kit through to the new season.
Yep. So Barnsley 2, Ipswich 4. 73,500. I don't remember.
This was the last playoff final at Wembley, this one.
Yep.
I thought it was the last game, but it wasn't, because it was England-Germany in October of that year that was the last game. The Kevin Keegan washout.
Tony Mowbray.
Tony Mowbray. Yeah.
Craig Hignett.
Craig Hignett, yeah, I was just going to say. Who else did they have? They had Chris Morgan, centre-back. And obviously Ipswich had a lot of their team that they took over to the Premier League. Jim Magilton, Marco Reusser, Richard Wright in goal. Like, they had a very good side.
Have you got a number 1 for 2000, or did you give up?
No, I didn't. I went straight into 99. Again, it was just out of my depth. I couldn't. Marcus Stewart. But yeah.
I don't remember this one.
It still deserves to be mentioned. You're right in putting this on, mate.
It was 99, 2000, so technically it was still 99.
Yeah. Should we look at UK number 1? I feel bad now, because any Ipswich or Barnsley fan, I'll be like, what are you doing? UK number 1. Right, give me a guess of what you think UK number 1 is going to be in 2000, Jonesy.
S Club 7, I don't know. What do you reckon?
S Club. Oof. Okay, this was what part of May was it? Early May, mid-May.
Yeah. Let me have a look.
Billy Piper, Day and Night. But just before that was Madison Avenue with Don't Call Me Baby. That's the tune.
Tell you what.
Sorry for my singing, guys.
There's some big bangers in the playoff final.
Well, we've said this off air. We need to do a music one, don't we?
Spin-off?
Yeah, we need to do a music one. Football music, not just like footballers singing, because we've done bits of that with the FA Cup episodes. And if you haven't listened to that, go back, listen to the FA Cup ones. But we should be doing more football songs. Chumbawamba, Vindaloo, and
Have you
more.
bought Waddle and Huddle yet, or is that still in the watch list?
still in my watch list for £4.50. Tight kit. Yeah.
Cool. So what do you think? We did it justice, the match pre-recorded?
Absolutely. I'm well proud of this episode.
Cool. Well, let's get out of here and debrief. What do you think,
Done.
mate?
Loved it. Yeah, it makes me more excited now for the playoffs coming up, because the playoffs start this week. So, guys, that's the reason why we did it. We want you to get in playoff mode. And I urge, encourage, demand that you go back and watch these and let us know, because we want to hear from you guys as to what your favourite 90s playoff final is. Right, Jonesy?
Absolutely. So, yeah, put in the comments, Spotify, YouTube comments. We get a lot of YouTube comments as well.
We do.
Apple, and yeah, even just on my Instagram as well.
Thanks for commenting, guys.
Yeah.
We do enjoy it.
We do, yeah, absolutely. We do love the feedback. Excellent. Do you want to talk about the retro 90s day we're going to have? It's 22nd of May.
22nd of May. Call to arms, guys. We did mention this on last week's episode, was that we want to hear from you. We want to see your favourite football shirt for Retro Premier League weekend. So we started the trend with that previous weekend's fixtures. Mm-hmm. So the 22nd of May, Jonesy, is when we want your entries to come in. So we're going to do a few posts. We're going to do a few reminders.
We'll make a poster. Yeah.
It could be a goalkeeper kit. It could be a can it be a training top? Are we allowing that?
If they want to wear a tracksuit, that's fine. Has to be 90s. Anything 90s.
90s. Yeah.
Referee.
Don't come to us. Yeah. I don't want any 2000s. I don't want any 2001. I don't want to see that Nike Premier League ball, Jonesy.
I didn't know that was, yeah. Someone didn't like my ball collection behind.
Yeah, I've got to make sure I'm updated, because the listeners are starting to get specific.
Yeah. Everyone's just like, you need to do 2000 podcasts. You need to do 2020 podcast, 2010 podcast,
what
TV
the hell?
podcast, music, Top of the Pops podcast.
We've still got so much to talk about.
We do, yeah.
Christ. Yeah, so we'll let you know about the retro weekend, but just pencil that in your minds, guys. Don't go out for dinner with your partner on the 22nd.
If you do, wear a retro shirt.
Yeah, don't go to work.
I'm taking
Pull a sickie. Have it on us. Yeah. We'll let you know. Keep it posted.
Cool. Where can we find you, mate?
As always, guys, you can find me on the World Encarta. No, you can find me at WoodyW1988 on Instagram. Jonesy, where can they find ye?
They can find me on MSN Messenger under football.jonesy.
Send him a nudge, guys. A Bebo.
Yeah, just on the Instagram, football.jonesy.
Cool.
And then obviously that 90s Premier League podcast Instagram as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inundate us, guys.
We're nearly at 1,000 followers. So yeah.
We are nearly there. I think we should do something for 1,000 followers, shouldn't we?
Oh, what should we have?
Tell your friends.
Instagram Live.
Yeah, tell your friends. I've got to thank, by the way, Nicola's parents, my partner. So they were on a cruise in the Caribbean a few weeks ago, and they come across a group of Leeds fans, and on the ship they were promoting the pod.
Oh,
so
excellent.
We've reached the Caribbean, baby.
We need to do stickers, don't we?
Yeah.
Stickers would be good.
Yeah. Come into all your idols near you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, guys, that was the playoff episode. I hope we've done it justice. Me and Jonesy have been very excited to do this, and it's out. So let us know what you think.
We do love diverting to the Football League, don't we, mate?
Yeah, it's 90s heritage, and it eventually leads to the Premier League. So if any of you think it's not 90s Premier League, watch your mouth.
All roads lead to the Premier League.
They do. Oh, wow, great way to finish. Say that again, Jonesy.
All roads lead to the Premier League.
See you next week.
Bye.